Last year, I made a video about the top 10 best Kappa kits of the 24-25 season. Now, the reason I picked Kappa is because I thought they were the best design kits from that season. I know there were some other good ones like Adidas and Nike and Puma had some good designs. I just thought the Kappa did some really nice, classy ones. But this season, it's a lot hard to try and pick out a brand that is kind of doing what they did last season. I think there's a lot of smaller brands like Umbro, New Balance, Mizuno. They do some really clean designs, but there's one brand that really stands out to me, and that is Macron. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you the top 10 best Macron kits from the 25-26 season. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off the list in 10th place, and we have the Walsall away kit. Now, when this kit was released at the very start of the season, I thought it was a really classy one. To be fair to them, the whole collection this season has been really good. Their home kit being a really nice kind of AC Milan looking kit, and their third kit being this really nice blue colour. But in my opinion, this was definitely the standout one. The simple white base, the black polo collar mixed in with that beautiful red checker. I'm such a big fan of this, and the sponsor kind of fits in as well with it. You know, there's not much to talk about this kit other than the fact that it is just so classy with that really nice polo collar, and I just love checkers as well on football kits. Moving on to 9th place, and we have the Sheffield Wednesday third kit. Now, obviously, there's not very good things happening at Sheffield Wednesday at the moment, but this kit is really nice, though. Obviously, you can see this badge, one of their retro ones. I think it was between the 70s and the 80s they used it, and they've put this kind of pinstripe design in the base of the kit. Is like a Sheffield Wednesday FC text, which was on the home kit, I think. But obviously, it's really nice. The polo collar looks clean. The badge looks nice. I don't really like it how the pinstripe goes through the badge, though. And everything about it just looks really good, doesn't it? You know, you can just see how classy this looks. And in 8th place, we have another English team, and is the Bradford City home kit. Now, I think Bradford City's colours are just so unique, and you don't see these kind of colours that much. You know, obviously that's the maroon and that kind of amber or orange colour, whatever you want to call it. But I think this one is one of their best ones they've ever had. You know, they've gone for that kind of majoritarily maroon base. I think that's the right word, majoritarily, yeah. But then they've kind of gone with these really thick pinstripes for the orange ones, which I think look really clean. I also really like the sleeve cuffs as well. They've gone for this nice, really thick black bit, mixed with a bit of orange and amber to obviously tie in with the kit. And it's the same kind of thing on the polo collar as well. Although my favourite kind of just small little detail about the kit is around the badge. As you can see underneath, it says Bradford City 2025 UK City of Culture. Which I just think is, you know, you don't really see that a lot in football kits, kind of outside of football, and I'm a big fan of that. Moving on to 7th place now, and it's the only national team kit of the video, obviously, with the AFCON crossing over between 2024 and 2025, or 2025 and 26, my bad. There's the kits from that tournament did count as the crossover season one, which is obviously the normal seasons, but I've gone with the Comoros away kit. I think I turned on the TV and I watched a bit of an AFCON match. I think it was between Comoros and someone who wears orange. Or flash on screen the game almost. But I remember seeing this kit and I thought it was absolutely amazing. This kind of made the inspiration for this video kind of like really kind of early start of this almost. They've gone for this really nice kind of intricate pattern in the base, kind of some sort of like kind of knotting design, like some crosses, which I think look really clean. My favourite part of it is probably the collar and the sleeve cuffs. They've kind of incorporated the Comoros flag into it using those different colours, you know, the yellow, the blue, the red, the green. I think it looks really clean. Moving on to 6th place now, and we have the Blackburn Rovers third kit. Now, this one was really hard to pick between their third kit, but we'll get onto that a bit later. But I think this is really clean. At first, I thought it was just a normal kind of half and half design, but let me kind of really get into this kit. Obviously, they've gone with that kind of half, kind of tonal dark green design, which I'm a big fan of. They've kind of incorporated that half and half, and it really kind of fits the club, obviously, with their home kit being a half and half design kit. But on top of that, I didn't actually see this at first, but they've kind of gone with like a thorn down the middle to separate it, which obviously, if you look at their badge, it's a rose, and obviously with a rose you get the thorns. But another thing I really like about this kit is the fact that they've kind of gone monochrome everywhere else, obviously on the green base. The polo collar, the sleeve cuffs, the badges, they just look really nice in that kind of black and white design. And in 5th place, we have the Levante home kit. I remember this one when it was released, and it was like really good, you know, obviously, I'm putting it here. They've gone for this really nice, obviously, navy and dark red stripe design with some nice gold details down the sleeve as well, a nice kind of 100th anniversary patch down the bottom. And And also that polo collar, it looks really nice in that navy with that nice lining of gold in it. And overall, a nice, really clean kind of kit with a nice kind of zigzag pattern in the base as well. Moving on to 4th place, and we have the Udinese 3rd kit. I think this kit is absolutely brilliant. You know, they've gone for this kind of gold or yellow base almost. And I didn't actually realise that this at first. I thought it was kind of like a messy pattern. They've kind of put this bird in the base. You can see it a bit better on the back because of the sponsors. And thinking about the sponsors, I know there's a lot of sponsors. I know their home kit is kind of been rattled a bit because of how many sponsors they've had. Also, they've gone for this kind of really nice kind of black and white detail, similar to the Blackburn kit on the polo collar and the sleeve cuffs. I just think I prefer it on this one a bit more. You know, I think it looks really nice with that kind of thick white band going through it. And everything about it kind of looks a bit cool. You know, obviously there's probably too many sponsors. But apart from that, I think it's a really, really top-notch kit. Before we break into the top 3, I thought I could give you some of my honourable mentions. Starting off with the Bristol Rovers away kit. They've gone for this really kind of sleek black base. They've gone for with some really nice black and white, or blue and white, sorry, sleeve cuffs and collar, which just looks so clean. I think it's the same colour as the one I'm wearing now, which is the Ferencváros home kit when I got in Hungary. But the design of this kit is this kind of graffiti kind of looking design. And when I went to the Memorial Stadium, it was one of my favourite stadiums. I've got a big soft spot for Bristol Rovers, but I can recall there being like some sort of spray paint memorial outside of the ground, and I reckon that's probably what's inspired by. But this is a really nice kit, but it just about didn't get in because there's so many better ones. Moving on to another honourable mention, and this is the Blackburn away kit that I was talking about. I think it was really hard to pick between the two, but this one just about missed out. You're going for this really nice kind of gold base. They mixed in this kind of anniversary design into it. Obviously, they released their anniversary kit as well this season, so it makes me think it was their anniversary. You know, they kind of got like stadiums in there. I think that's Wembley. Don't quote me on that, but I like the centralised badges as well. But I'm not sure about like the little colours on the collar and the sleeve cuffs, and I don't really like that how that collar kind of cuts off. It looks a bit weird. And the last honourable mention is the Oxford United home kit. I remember when this kit first released, it was like one of my favourite ones in the Championship. It still is for home kits, definitely, but this is just really clean as well, obviously. The yellow base looks really clean. The nice navy, what are they called? Sleeves, that's what they're called. The nice navy sleeves as well, and obviously that really nice polo collar with that same kind of like thin 2 yellow stripe going throughout the whole kit. Looks peak, and also the backseat sponsor looks really nice on this as well. Looking into the top 3 now, and in 3rd place we have the Dundee FC away kit. Now, I remember there was something about a Dundee kit. I remember like some YouTuber making a video about ranking the away kits, and I remember this one on it. I kind of forgot about it. I got back to it and I thought, this is actually a really nice kit. It's got to be 3rd place, doesn't it? You know, the white base, the really nice kind of thick navy collars and sleeve cuffs, which I think just look really nice, obviously. I really like when Cardiff use really nice kind of thick white sleeve cuffs. But also, obviously, designing the base as well, using those colours from the badge, kind of above the badge, as you can see, in those kind of pinstripe design almost. Really, really nice, simple kit, but I think it works really well. And moving on to 2nd place, and it is another Scottish team, and it is the Motherwell 3rd kit. I think this is absolutely brilliant. They've gone for this really nice kind of pastel blue base almost, and they've incorporated this kind of like S design in the base, which I did a bit of research on this kit because I thought there's got to be something kind of inspired by this kit, you know, because obviously there's a bit of initials badge. I'll get onto that obviously, and apparently it's inspired by the City Steelworks industry, which as you can see on the back, there's like a little tab on the back which says like Steelers or something like that. I can't quite remember, but obviously I think that's really cool and all. I really like inspirations in football kits, but my favourite bit of this kit is definitely the collar and sleeve cuffs. You know, obviously using those Bradford colours, which I've already talked about being really, really nice. In that way, kind of like almost coming out as the red kind of fades into that white. It looks really, really clean. And also that initial little badge with kind of Port Vale you also using this season looks really, really, really clean. And in 1st place, we actually have 2 different kits. Starting off when we have the Ternana home kit. I think this kit is absolutely mint. I remember seeing it on like a kind of rating your team's kits TikTok once. And as you can see, it is the club's 100th anniversary, with a little thing in the middle. They've gone for this really nice kind of pattern throughout the whole thing, you know, using club badges and stuff like that, and a nice bit of grunge in these really nice green and red stripes. And green and red are really hard to incorporate together in football kits. They've kind of gone for this very slightly kind of tealy green, mixed in with a bit of yellow, and obviously that really clean badge as well. Everything about this looks so nice in my opinion. And the other first place is actually another Tonana kit, and it is the third kit. It is the exact same pattern and design in the base with their stripes, but instead of the green and red, they kind of gone for like these kind of black and grey, it's kind of like a bluey black and grey almost. But in the polo collar and the sleeve cuffs, I don't know why I keep saying polo collar, but in the collar and the sleeve cuffs, they've gone for the club's colours with obviously that green, red and yellow. And they've also gone for this really nice badge as well. I'm not sure if it's like one of their old badges or just an alternative badge, but that looks really nice. Anyway, that is all for me on today's video. Tell me which one out of those kits was your favourite. Should I have changed them around a bit? Should I have only put one in first place because both of these kits are very similar and it was very hard to kind of differentiate them almost. But anyway, that has been all for me on today's video. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I should be getting out a lot more videos like I've already said in my last video. Now I'm recording on my phone. So yeah, this is the kind of second of the week almost. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.